Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation, much love and respect to Akim out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. I was watching the video that the elder Pastor did about that tattoo the baby, which I seen a video on that before. I didn't watch it, man. I wasn't interested in watching it. That is extreme wickedness, and it grieves the spirit. You see something like that and you see the baby looks like he's in pain, because you got wicked, evil Israelites out there that make Esau look like a nice guy. All right, you got Israelites out there that make Esau look like a nice guy. You see? And it's a damn shame, because if we were in our kingdom, a lot of these people would have never made it to 13 years old. Okay? Why? Because they would have been put to death early when they were found out to be a bad seed, a wicked root, so to speak. Because that's part of the laws of the scriptures, is that when a son, when he's young, if he's disobedient and he's just wicked, then the parents are supposed to bring him to the elders to put him to death. And they're supposed to be the first ones to throw the stones too. Why? To take wickedness out of Israel. That's what the laws are all about. They're all about taking wickedness and taking evil out of Israel. Because evil and wickedness and sin, it's like a cancer. If you let it flourish, it's going to become worse and worse and worse, man. Just like a problem. If you let a problem just sit there and simmer, it's going to become a big problem. You see? So this is why it should be taken out early. Oh, that doesn't affect me. Or what they do with their life doesn't affect me. It affects you very much. Because eventually that wickedness is going to pollute the minds of your children. It's going to pollute the minds of your family. And you unknowingly, that will pollute your own mind. Because it's like a cancer. It spreads and infects. You see? And Jake was always doing wickedness. Jake, when the Most High Jake would be doing good for a while, and then these wicked roots, these wicked Israelites, they'll go worship in the groves. They'll go sacrifice to false idols and things like that. Even though the works of the Most High and how He delivered us were so spectacular out of Egypt, that wasn't enough for Jake. That wasn't enough for you Israelites. You Israelites still wanted to worship, these other nations. You still wanted to worship these other nations. These other gods of these other nations. And that's why the Most High always had to punish us over and over and over and over and over again. You see? And you should thank the Most High that you're an Israelite and not a heathen. Because the heathen don't get the benefits that you get as being an Israelite. Like the scriptures say, what benefit is there to being a Jew? Much in every way. Well, there's a huge benefit to being an Israelite. Because He judges you by measure. He doesn't judge you how He judges Esau or how He judges these other nations. When He judges these other nations, He lets their tab build up to the point where, He can actually make them desolate. And that's what's getting ready to happen. The Most High is finna make these other nations desolate. The day of the Lord, the ultimate day of the Lord, is the time that the Gentiles should be fulfilled, which means the time of their wickedness should be fulfilled, man. And what's gonna happen? Ultimate judgment, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm looking for billions of people to perish in these times, man. But you as an Israelite, the Most High allows you to go so far. Only so far He allows you to go in wickedness, and then He spanks you, man, to get you back in line. Not to destroy you, but to get you back in line. That's why we always went into slavery. Not for our destruction, but so we can get back in line, so that we can be corrected. You see? So you should thank Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, that you are an Israelite, man. Because that's a huge benefit. Even the 2/3, even them wicked niggas that was tattooing up that baby in the kingdom, they're going to be righteous. They're going to be righteous. Believe it or not. Okay? Because you would think that, someone would be, at least to their child, they would want to be, nice and caring and merciful to their child. You would think. But no. They're not interested in being merciful to their child. Okay? So how merciful do you think they're going to be to you? You see, with Jeremiah the 5th chapter, among my people have found wicked men. They lay wait, they set a trap, they catch men. You can't trust Jake in this society. You cannot trust Jake. Jake will do anything for a bag. That's the sentiment, that's the culture of Jake. Anything for a bag. Oh, he's doing this evil, but he's getting a bag though. That's the argument of Jake. Anything, as long as they're getting a bag, as long as they're getting money, it doesn't matter what they do. And you cannot trust an individual like that. You don't leave your children with an individual with that mind state, man. That's a person who's not to be trusted, because for the right price, he can be bought. He can do anything for the right price. That's what these celebrities are all about. They're all about doing whatever the Esau says for the right amount of money, for the right bag. And what are they doing now? They're promoting the juice, even though they don't trust the juice, but they'll still promote it to you. Why? Because they're setting the table for that troop. As the scriptures say. They're setting the table for that troop. They're preparing the way for Esau to take you out. The same way them Gadite scouts was helping Esau out, is the same way you niggas and you tontos and you Uncle Tom and you Uncle Theo Tomas, okay? Israelites are helping out Esau now against your own people. The what they call it, the Veritas Project. They were interviewing these two people. They're one Edomite, one Jake, and they were both working for J&J. I won't even say the full name. I'll just say J&J. Okay, who they have their own juice, so they were working for them. And he was interviewing the Jake, and the Jake was like, yeah, I wouldn't take it. But don't say I said it. I wouldn't take it. And he had a smile on his face. Because he felt kind of embarrassed. But he didn't really feel it. But he was just anything for the bag. That was his mindset. Well, I need to get a bag. I can't quit my job. I need to get a bag. I don't care how much people I help destroy. I need to get a bag. And the Edomite had the same sentiment, man. Matter of fact, the Edomite seemed like he was more sorrowful what he was doing than the nigga, than the Jake. So we talk about, Jake got a conscience. Some of these Jakes don't got consciences. All right, some of these Jakes is just complete. They're immersed in evil. Let's just keep it 100, man. If they had so much conscience, wouldn't they stop after a certain period? Wouldn't they say, nah, I'm not gonna sacrifice my family? Wouldn't they say that at that point? No, but they do that, and then they get the money, and they forget about that. They forget that they did that wickedness. But all of that is going to come back to bite them. Trusting in Esau is going to come back to bite them, man. Just like Eve. Eve thinks that she's going to be okay. No, you're not going to be okay, man. You're going to be in the most pitifulest case. And that's not even the right word, but I'm going to use it that way anyway. The pitifulest case. All right? The most pitiful case, that's the correct way of saying it, than anyone else, man. Because you trust in Pharaoh. You trust in Pharaoh, when the Most High only set up Pharaoh to show his power. That's the only reason Esau's in power, so that the Most High can show his power, man. So you're gonna trust in that? You're gonna put your confidence in that? That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a foundation on sand, man. But that's okay, because there has to be a 2/3. There has to be wicked Jakes as well as righteous Jakes for the balance. Just like Yahushua had 2 brothers that were in the ministry and 2 brothers that were unbelievers, and really they were scoffers. Okay, when you look at it, they were scoffing at Yahushua. Oh, why don't you do your miracles? Why don't you go there? Why don't you show the world if you could do it? Yeah, they were scoffers. Okay, but that's the balance of it all. You have to have the righteous as well as the wicked. And as the scriptures say, my people have become more wicked than the wicked. They become more evil than the wicked. You see, for you to tattoo up your baby, I mean, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no excuse for that. Oh well, Jake got a conscience. Jake ain't got, some of these Jakes ain't got no conscience, man. Some of these Jakes are just created to be destroyed and come back and so the Most High can show his mercy. You see? So the Most High can show his mercy. Because even back then when the Most High was delivering and had Jake going in and breaking down the walls of Jericho, and the Most High showed all these great works through the power, through his angels, when he was doing all them great works, Jake was stealing garments when he told him don't leave the garment, don't touch nothing. Oh, Jake was stealing garments. And the Most High was showing they asked for the Most High's presence. The Most High showed his presence. And the earth shook, and the fire came out from the mountain, and thunder and lightning, and they thought they were going to die. They saw all that, yet later on they still were doing wickedness. So you have to understand that certain Jakes were just created to be destroyed, brute beasts, man. And you can't save them, and it's a waste of time to try to save them. And a waste of breath and a waste of time. Okay? So anyways, man, I just wanted to speak on that because because Jake is extremely wicked. All right? And judgment is getting ready to go forth, man. For that particular reason. So with that, I'll say all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Dash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom. Much love to you. I came out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Shalom.